Hello, Nick. Hello, Sonicstate. How are you all doing?
Big show for you. I mean, come on. You've got a bloody arcade machine.
It's the weirdest curveball that we could never have anticipated. To give you a quick history, NJ just behind you. Can you do a quick pan to NJ? This is a legend. So NJ is a legendary Endless user, and he's been around since like when we were in beta back in 2019. And then we launched a desktop app. NJ was just like, how about if this was in an arcade machine?
Wow.
And he only bloody went and did it. And we then we took his prototype. I mean, to be fair, it was proper Frankenstein. But we took it to. Sorry, it's like we've got Jordan Rudess here.
Yeah, Jordan Rudess in the house.
Jordan Rudess in the house.
I can hear you because we're on close mics.
We're on close mics. So, okay, cool. I will try not to get distracted by the wizard. So yeah, we took NJ's prototype to New York. People just absolutely love the idea of a beat-making arcade machine. So we just kind of followed the excitement. And here it is. This is like the fifth iteration. We've done a lot of work improving the hardware. We've done a lot of work on the software. And so here we are, the world's first beat-making arcade machine. It's so perfectly endless because like our goal has always been to transform music from a product that's produced in dark rooms and consumed by the masses, and is something that we do, something that brings us together in real time to do. We did that online with the mobile apps and the desktop apps, and now we're doing it with a physical arcade machine. So I think what's actually what's most fun about this is that it's driven us to we've built this like scripting engine around Endless. So this is, if you use Endless before, you'll recognize this is our desktop software. It's got all the tricks built in. So we've got all the live looping, so I can build some beats. Classic electro. I can switch it to the effects, so everything's on these mapped to these buttons here. Let's smash it through some distortion. All that looping stuff. We've got plugins here, so we've got like, for example, Native Instruments Massive. We've got a bunch of VSTs running on there.
So this is there's something at the heart. There's a computer inside here that's running.
Yeah. So this is running on a Windows PC.
So this is a very personal thing. Does this interact with people who are using the app all over the world as well?
Sorry.
Does this interact with people who are using the app all over the world as well?
Exactly. Yeah. So this fully plugs into all the Endless ecosystem. So you can make music live collaboratively from the Beat Machine with someone on the mobile app or someone on the desktop app, the opposite end of the world. But this is kind of just the beginning of the Beat Machine because we've basically built this whole scripting engine. Like we've built a ton of stuff into Endless. There's plugin support. It runs as a plugin. You can run it inside a door. You can drag stems out to your door. You can drag stems in from your door. We're about to announce a custom sampler where you can actually build your own sample packs inside Endless. This is coming, I think, we wanted to get it out for NAMM. It's not quite ready. It's going to be out in like a month or so's time. And then we've got all the public jams here. So you can plug into the public jams, find people to collaborate with all over the world. We've got the riff feed. The internet's terrible here, so it's probably going to take a long time.
But we could rock up. So you could rock up at a bar or something and kind of go, I'm just going to have a jam with someone in Nicaragua,
right.
And that would work. Yeah,
exactly. So if you rock up to a bar, you'd see this, which is the scan to start. I'm not going to go through this process now because the internet's terrible, but basically tap the QR code. Takes you to log in. You can log into the Beat Machine on your own ID, on your Endless ID.
Okay.
I'm just going to go straight into a guest session here because it's quicker right now. So you could build like a bunch of sample packs, your own sample packs. You could have a whole bunch of jams set up, and you walk up to a Beat Machine, scan to sign in, and you've instantly
you've got your stuff with you.
And you've got all your stuff there. Yeah, exactly. So your creative tools, traditionally, creative tools are tied to like bits of hardware. In the Endless world, they're tied to your ID.
Nice.
So you can log in on any device, and it's
so where is this going to live? Where would I find one of these ideally? When you've dominated the world.
Yeah. So I think I'd love to see these in entertainment's arcades. I'd love to see. So, well, actually, maybe before I go into that, I want to tell you about some of the other things that we've been building. So, this is like the full endless. Sorry, this is really hard to concentrate.
I can hear you fine. Honestly,
Sorry?
I can hear you fine.
Oh, you can. Okay, great. We built these experiences on the scripting language that we built to allow us to like build special like different experiences for different types of people. So we built this like super beginner thing. It's based around a track by BT. I can basically just like select through different loops. And it's automatically recording me, so you know, this could be my first experience of actually messing around with a piece of music myself. So it's a very, very fun experience. Like a 3-year-old can do it and have a ton of fun. So that's this kind of like arcade experience. And then here, this is something we built. This is more kind of for the NAMM crowd. It's like it's kind of like a product demonstration kiosk experience. So we've got a bunch of like BT's plugins in here, so I can. I've got Polaris, which is a synth that he made in collaboration with Spitfire. And then we've got various basses. You know, I've got like basses I can mess around with. And then we've also round the side here. We've got audio input, so we can plug in guitars, we can plug in mics, and just have a really quick, really focused experience of just testing out different products, combining them, building loops from them. And everything you do here is saved to your Endless account.
Right.
And so you could, let's say we had these imagine one of these in every guitar center. You could demo certain products here. You know, the information could be up here about the products. We could create bespoke experiences to get a real.
You could be pushing specific plugins as well, so it's also a demo station.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Interesting.
And it's all attached to your Endless account. So you could then take away your session, go back to your DAW, drag in those parts. So let's say you could have 30 different guitars around here, all plugged into the beat machine.
Right.
You could build up different loops with different guitars, and then go back home to your studio, load up Endless, and you'd be able to compare the sounds of the guitars in your studio.
Yeah,
you see
okay.
what I mean? So this is
Big
really
plans.
Big plans. I mean, what's emerged since the original excitement around the beat machine is that I think this intersection between like gaming and music creation is really big. I mean, like, FL Studio had the FL Studio arcade, which turned out to be an April Fool's, which I think is a massive missed opportunity. But people were like so hyped for FL Studio in an arcade machine, and I think particularly as this whole generative AI wave, the idea of music as content is going to be very cheap by the end of this year because AI could just generate it. But music creation as a social experience is bigger and bigger. So what's kind of emerging here is that Endless is becoming almost like this music game that just takes you all the way.
Right. It's a gateway drug.
Exactly. Well, it's a gateway drug, and it's also the main drug.
Yeah.
It's the gateway and the drug.
So just quickly.
Better analogies are available.
Yeah, better. This is so you've got like a payment system here. What if I walk up, what does it cost me to, and what do I have to do?
Well, that's up to you. So for these are like, we've got 25 of these. We're doing an addition of 25 of these. I think if everybody who said they're going to buy one at the show does buy one, then they're all gone. But what we're doing with this payment platform integration is that you can buy the units, and then you can decide, like, we can help you build special missions for your bar, for your venue, whatever. And you can decide, like, if you want to charge people $1 or $5
or nothing.
That's up to you. But you can figure that out, and maybe we can help you figure that out. And maybe in future there'll be other ways to get beat machines on more of a lease basis and a revenue share. But this
right,
is
like
all
traditional, kind of almost like slot machines, like traditional, like you do with traditional slot machines in bars and stuff. Yeah.
I mean, we're very much in learning mode right now. As to all we really know is that people are really people just love the idea, and there's lots of different papers. So we've been speaking to like educational institutions, retailers, like recording studios. This would be great in a recording studio in the public space.
I'm thinking, in the refectory at a music university, music college,
right,
that sort of stuff.
Exactly.
Wow, how exciting!
It's really exciting. It's kind of like looking back on it. It's such an obviously endless thing to do, but
often.
There's no way that we would have thought of it. It took NJ to go to post in Discord saying like, what if Endless was an arcade machine, and then build these prototypes, and it just led us down this like completely curveball journey.
That's fantastic. I wish you all the best, Tim.
Thank you, sir.
Is it people find this at Endless FM?
So head to Endless FM. That's Endless with 3 S's.fm. There's a Beat Machine link in the header bar on the site. And of course, you can download the app. We've constantly got new updates to the app coming. So yeah, get the app. If you want a Beat Machine, I think you'll need to be quick. Because
well, great. That's a great success story. I'm really pleased to hear it.
It's super exciting. Yeah.
Thanks, Tim.